in the silent hours of night when the world around you has fallen quiet. Have you ever felt it? A faint, humming presence in the air, as if the universe itself were softly singing a lullaby just for you. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, a gentle vibration beneath the silence. In those moments of stillness, you might sense that you are not truly alone. Something unseen is with you, around you, within you, resonating in the hush. That mysterious hum is more than imagination. It may be the echo of a truth that sages and poets have whispered for ages, and that even science now begins to affirm. Everything is energy. Everything vibrates. If you listen with your heart, you can almost hear the cosmos murmuring its secrets through that quiet vibration. It's as though the universe is calling out to the deepest part of you, inviting you to remember knowledge as old as the stars. You find yourself drawn to that call, curious about what it means and how it might change your life. This journey you are about to embark on is a gentle exploration of that very mystery, an awakening to what we will call the vibration code. Through these chapters, you will discover how tuning in to the energy that flows through all things can transform your reality from the inside out. You will learn why low vibrations, those heavy feelings of fear, doubt and despair, can weigh you down, and how to rise beyond them into lighter states of love, peace, and joy. We will bridge ancient wisdom and modern science to reveal how your thoughts and emotions carry a powerful frequency, and how aligning yourself with higher vibrations can bring profound positive changes to your mind, body, and spirit. Along the way, you will find soothing visualizations to spark your imagination, gentle affirmations to empower your subconscious, and moments of reflection that invite you to truly feel the shifts in energy within you. By the end of this audiobook, you will have experienced the subtle yet profound art of raising your vibrational state and integrating it into your everyday life. You will know how to step into each morning with a brighter energy and a deeper connection to the world around you. More importantly, you will feel what it means to live in harmony with the fundamental vibration of the universe, a state of alignment that can attract positivity, enhance well-being, and open the door to your highest potential. This is not just knowledge for the mind. It is a gentle transformation for the soul. All you need to do is listen, breathe, and allow the journey to unfold. So find a comfortable space and perhaps allow your eyes to gently close. Let your awareness turn inward to that quiet place where the whisper of the universe can be heard. Now together, let us begin this voyage into the heart of vibration, into the unseen energy that connects everything. Welcome to the vibration code, the unseen symphony. Imagine for a moment that you could see beyond the surface of the everyday world. In this vision, every object and every being appears not as solid matter, but as a field of dancing light. The walls around you, the furniture, the trees outside your window, even your own hands. All of it is shimmering with tiny particles in constant motion. It's as if the whole universe is composed of an infinite number of vibrating strings, each one humming its own note in a grand, unseen symphony. From the tiniest atom in your cells to the swirling galaxies in the sky above, everything is in motion, part of this grand cosmic song. In truth, this vision is not far from reality. Modern science tells us that at the smallest scales, every atom and molecule is in ceaseless movement. If you could peer into the heart of a single atom within your body, you would find electrons whirling like tiny galaxies around their center, vibrations upon vibrations. Matter, as solid as it feels, is essentially energy held in form, dancing at the speed of light. You, in this very moment, are a being of energy, a collection of trillions of vibrations orchestrated together to create the miracle of you. Long before science spoke of atoms and frequencies, ancient sages and wisdom keepers understood this truth in their own poetic ways. Many creation stories begin with a sound or a word, a vibration. In the beginning was the Word, states one holy text, suggesting the universe itself was sung into existence. In the ancient Indian traditions, the primordial sound Om is said to be the first vibration from which the entire cosmos blossomed. Indigenous cultures across the world have spoken of a life force energy that flows through all things. The Chinese call it Qi or Chi, the Indians call it prana, and others know it as spirit or breath. Different names, one reality, an invisible energy that animates every living being and even the seeming emptiness of space. The essence is the same. All is alive with vibration. Each part of existence carries its own frequency, its own tone in this universal song. The ground beneath your feet has a frequency. The sunlight that warms your skin has a frequency. The cells of your heart and the thoughts passing through your mind each have their own subtle vibration. Even the colors you see and the sounds you hear are determined by frequency. The color red, for instance, vibrates at a slower electromagnetic frequency than the color blue, and a low musical note from a drum vibrates at a slower rate than a high note from a flute. Our world is a tapestry of vibrations weaving together. Consider how a loving thought or a moment of gratitude feels light and uplifting, as if it makes your whole being hum at a higher pitch. In contrast, a thought fueled by anger or fear can feel heavy or dark, as though it drags your energy to a lower note. These are not just poetic descriptions, they are reflections of the vibrational qualities of different emotional states. Take a moment now to tune inwards and notice the gentle vibrations within you. Perhaps you can feel the soft throb of your heartbeat or a slight tingling in your hands or feet. Maybe there's a warmth in your chest or a subtle energetic buzzing in your body when you pay quiet attention. This is the sensation of your life force in motion. If you want, you might even rub your palms together for a few seconds, then hold them close without touching. Can you sense a faint magnetic push or pulse between them? That is your energy, palpable and real, the unseen part of you revealing itself in sensation. You are not separate from the world's energy. You are an expression of that energy, a unique note in the cosmic chorus. If you wish, you can affirm quietly in your mind, I am made of energy, vibrating in harmony with the universe. Imagine that phrase resonating through every cell of your body like a gentle bell that has been struck, its note ringing out clear and pure within you. Feel the truth of those words. You are a being of vibration. Each breath you take, each thought and each emotion sends ripples into your personal energy field, shaping the song you sing into the world. Because you are energy, you are also connected to all energy around you. The boundary between you and the world is not as solid as it appears. Think of how the vibration of your voice travels through the air when you speak, reaching the ears and the hearts of others. Or consider the way someone's laughter can fill a room with a warm, infectious energy that lifts everyone's spirits, a vibration of joy spreading outward. Have you ever walked into a silent room and immediately sensed that people there had been arguing, or felt the lingering warmth after a loving gathering? Without a word, you picked up on the energy in that space. We often call it a vibe, as in the atmosphere had a good vibe, or something about that place felt off. This is your innate ability to sense vibrations at work, perceiving the unseen symphony playing behind the scenes. Nature offers beautiful illustrations of how vibrations connect and affect one another. Imagine for a moment two tuning forks tuned to the same note. If you strike one, the other will start humming that same note even though it hasn't been touched, simply because the sound waves, the vibrations in the air, carry the energy across the space between them. In the very same way, your inner state tends to resonate with the energies you expose yourself to. When you surround yourself with positive, compassionate people, it's easier to feel uplifted, as if their harmony invites your own instrument to play more sweetly. When you dwell in a chaotic or negative environment, you might find your nerves on edge, your mind unsettled, because your being is responding to that discordant tune. We are all instruments in a grand orchestra, continually influencing each other. Through resonance, we either lift each other up or pull each other down, often without saying a word. Understanding this, you begin to see that vibration isn't an abstract concept at all. It is a very intimate part of your daily experience. You feel it in the warmth of a loved one's hug, two hearts meeting in a wordless exchange of energy. You hear it in music that moves you to tears or laughter, sound waves unlocking emotions deep inside. You even experience it in silence, when two people share a peaceful moment and something unspoken but powerful passes between them. Life is constantly whispering to us in the language of vibration. Now that you are awakening to the reality that everything is vibration, think about what this means for you personally. If your thoughts, your emotions, and your body are all part of a vibrational tapestry, then changing the quality of any one of these threads will change the picture of your life. By calming your mind or opening your heart, you literally shift your vibration. By choosing uplifting experiences, you invite higher frequencies into your world. Awareness is the first step. Simply knowing that you are energy and that you are connected to the energy around you gives you a new perspective on how you shape your life. This understanding is the beginning of unlocking the vibration code. It starts with a simple, profound realization. I am vibrational by nature, and my inner state matters. With this in mind, we can now gently explore the other side of the spectrum, those lower vibrations that we all experience and which often disrupt our harmony. By shining a compassionate light on them, we will be better prepared to rise above. So, let us journey next into the realm of lower frequencies to understand what they are and how they affect the symphony of our lives. The weight of low vibrations. Perhaps you know all too well what it feels like to be caught in a low mood or energy state. We all experience those times. Maybe you wake up one morning and, for no clear reason, a heaviness is sitting on your chest. The world looks a bit grey, your body feels sluggish, there's a lack of spark in your eyes. It's as if the inner music that usually carries you through the day has slowed to a crawl or fallen out of tune. These moments when our personal energy dims and our hearts feel burdened are what we can call the shadows of low vibration. Low vibrations often accompany emotions like fear, sadness, anger, or hopelessness. Think of a time when you felt truly sad. Perhaps you remember saying, "I feel weighed down," or "my heart feels heavy." These aren't just metaphors. They describe the very real energetic weight of that state. When anxiety strikes, you might feel a buzzing, chaotic vibration inside, like a million tiny, unsettled wings fluttering in your chest. Anger might roar through you in a hot, aggressive vibration, making your hands shake or face flush. Each of these feelings has its own frequency, and generally we experience them as lower, denser, more stagnant energies compared to the light, flowing feeling of love or joy. When you are steeped in a low vibration, it can seem as though life itself mirrors that state back to you. You might notice that on days when you're down, even small inconveniences or slights feel magnified. It's like being under a dark cloud. The light struggles to reach you. Perhaps you've experienced waking up on the wrong side of the bed, and then everything from spilled coffee to traffic jams just added to the frustration, snowballing one thing into another. In a subtle way, our inner state colors our perception of the outer world. When we're feeling low, we may unconsciously interpret events in a more negative light, or even attract interactions that match our mood. It's not that the world is out to get us, but rather that we are tuned to a frequency where challenges sound louder and blessings seem muted. Imagine your mind and heart as a radio receiver. When you're in a low vibrational state, it's as if your radio is set to a station of static and sorrow. The music that comes through is distorted, the melody hard to follow. You might catch bits of negativity and fear as if they were verses of a song you don't want to hear. All the while, higher frequency stations of love, creativity, and peace are still out there playing, but your receiver isn't tuned to them at that moment, so you hardly notice their presence. Understanding this can help you remember that a low mood is not a permanent reality, it's a state of tuning. And just as you can retune a radio, you can shift your own state when the time is right. Of course, some events in life naturally pull us into lower vibrations, and that's okay. The loss of a loved one brings grief, which is a heavy but necessary vibration for healing. Feeling anger when your boundaries are crossed can signal that something needs to change. These low vibrations are part of being alive and human. They only become problematic when we get stuck in them, unable to move back into balance. It's important to give yourself permission to feel whatever arises, to honor the full range of your emotions without self-judgment. There is a sacred purpose even in the darker notes of our life's song. They provide contrast and learning. A song composed only of high notes would lack depth. So too, our low moments can eventually give rise to wisdom, empathy, and resilience. Let's gently examine how a low vibration manifests within you, so you can recognize it with clarity and compassion. When you are feeling depressed or sad, does your body feel heavy or tired? Perhaps your shoulders slump as if carrying an invisible weight. Your breath might be shallow and your voice quieter. Emotionally, you might feel stuck, as though you're trudging through mud. When fear or anxiety takes hold, do you feel it fluttering in your stomach or pounding in your chest? Your thoughts might race erratically, as if bouncing around in a small, dark room with no exit. Take a moment to remember a specific instance of a low mood, not to upset yourself, but to observe the sensations and qualities of that state. How did the world look through your eyes then? Maybe you recall feeling disconnected from others, or that colours seemed dull and food tasted bland. Low vibrations can numb our sense of wonder and isolate us from the vitality of life. Now, as you recall that past experience, notice something else. It passed. That heavy day or difficult season eventually changed, didn't it? Perhaps slowly, like the sun breaking through clouds after a storm, you found yourself feeling better. What helped you out of that low state? Maybe it was talking to a trusted friend, or a moment of laughter that surprised you, or simply the grace of time healing the wound. By remembering that these low vibrations are temporary visitors, not permanent residents, you gain perspective. You might even silently tell yourself, "This too shall pass." Such simple words carry a truth that begins to loosen the grip of any low emotion. When you are caught in a low vibration, one of the most powerful things you can do is to offer yourself kindness rather than criticism. Instead of saying, "I shouldn't feel this way," try telling yourself, "It's okay to feel this. I am still loved." You might place a hand gently on your heart and take a slow breath as you think these comforting words. By treating your own low moments with compassion, you begin to lift the energy slightly. It's like giving a sad friend a warm hug. In this case, you become both the giver and receiver of that hug. The energy of compassion is a higher vibration that can start to soothe and elevate the energy of sadness or fear. You may also find it helpful to use a simple affirmation when you notice you're stuck in a negative loop. For instance, quietly say in your mind, "Even though I feel this way now, I know this feeling is not forever. I allow it to be here, and I allow it to move on." Or, "I am surrounded by support and light, even if I cannot see it at this moment." Choose words that comfort you. As you repeat them slowly, you might feel a slight shift, perhaps a bit more space around the emotion, a bit more calm in your breath. It might be subtle, but that's all it needs to start changing your vibration. The goal is not to force yourself to be happy when you aren't. It's to gently guide your energy to a state where healing and upliftment become possible. Breathing and visualization are your allies in these times. Try this simple practice. If you're feeling a knot of anxiety or sadness inside, imagine as you inhale that you're bringing pure, bright air into that tight space. See this breath as a breeze blowing into a dark, stuffy room, pushing out the stale air. Then as you exhale, imagine the darkness or heaviness leaving you, released into the vast sky where it dissipates. With each breath cycle, invite in a little more light, a little more ease. You might picture a warm glow growing in your heart area, expanding gently with each inhale, filling your chest, and then radiating beyond you. This light could be golden or white or any color that feels healing to you. See it comfort every tense or sad part of you like a soothing balm. Nature can also be a healing tuning fork when you're in a low state. If circumstances allow, step outside for just a few minutes. Feel your feet on solid earth or the floor beneath you. If you can, stand under the open sky, even if it's cloudy or raining. Breathe in the outside air and remind yourself of the vast world beyond your inner turmoil. Listen to a single sound in the environment, perhaps the rustle of leaves or birds, or the distant hum of city life. This simple act of reaching your senses outward can begin to shift your vibration from the closed loop of inner pain to a more open connection with life. The natural world vibrates mostly in the present moment. By touching that presence, You encourage your own energy to steady and align with a calmer rhythm. As you come to recognize the patterns of low vibrations in your life, you are not powerless against them. On the contrary, awareness itself starts to transform the experience. Instead of being swept away by a low mood, you can notice, a low vibration is here right now. This slight detachment, observing without immediately reacting, gives you room to breathe and make gentle choices to care for yourself. It's like hearing a sour note in music. Once you notice it, you can adjust the instrument. In this case, the instrument is your body-mind energy system, and the adjustment might be a kind word to yourself, a deep breath, a walk outside, or reaching out to someone who uplifts you. Remember that in the symphony of life, every note has its place. The lows you experience are not mistakes. They are parts of your story, which can ultimately add meaning and empathy to your journey. But you are not meant to linger in the low notes forever. Just as night gives way to dawn, your energy is meant to rise again when it has rested and learned from the darkness. In our next chapter, we will focus on that rising, the ways you can nurture and invite higher vibrations into your being. Having acknowledged the shadows, we can now turn toward the light. It's time to gently retune your inner radio to those clearer, brighter frequencies that elevate your life, rising into light. Recall for a moment a day when you felt truly wonderful, perhaps for a clear reason, or maybe for no reason at all. You woke up with a spring in your step, and everything felt just a little brighter. The air had a freshness to it, colours were vivid, and you moved through your tasks with ease and enthusiasm. Maybe you even found yourself humming a favourite tune. That feeling of lightness, optimism, and warmth glowing from within is what it means to inhabit a higher vibrational state. In those moments, your inner radio is tuned to a channel of clarity and harmony. Life flows more smoothly, and you feel aligned with goodness. High vibrations are associated with emotions and qualities that uplift us. Love, gratitude, joy, peace, creativity, hope. These are like the high notes in the symphony of human experience, bright and harmonious. Think of how it feels to be in love, or to watch a glorious sunset that takes your breath away, or to accomplish something you're proud of. Your heart might feel as if it's expanding. You might sense a tingling excitement or a calm yet powerful warmth through your body. You may even get chills or goosebumps in moments of deep inspiration or connection. Those sensations are the language of a high vibration. You are literally resonating at a finer, faster rate, and it feels wonderful. The beautiful truth is that you don't have to wait for those moments to happen by chance. You can cultivate higher vibrations intentionally. It is both an art and a practice, a series of small choices in how you think, breathe, move, and engage with the world. By making those choices consciously, you effectively tune your instrument, your body and mind, to play happier music. And just like tuning an instrument, it may take a little patience and practice, but the result is a life that sounds and feels more beautiful to you. One of the most direct ways to raise your vibration is through the doorway of the heart. Feelings of love, compassion, and kindness have an immediate uplifting effect. You might begin with love for a close family member, a dear friend, or even a pet. Something or someone that naturally opens your heart. Picture their face or recall a warm memory you share. Allow a smile to come to your lips, As you do this, notice the energy in your chest. Does it feel warmer, wider, or lighter? That is your vibration rising in real time. Love is often called the highest vibration. When you act in love, or even think loving thoughts, you emit a frequency that is harmonious and magnetic, helping not only you but those around you to feel more at peace. Closely related to love is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is like a golden key that can unlock higher vibrations even in the midst of a challenge. It shifts your focus from what is lacking or wrong to what is abundant and good. Take a moment, right now, to think of something you are grateful for. It could be as simple as the comfort of your bed, the fact that your heart beat faithfully all day, or the sound of rain nourishing the earth outside. As that thought of thankfulness settles in, observe your mood. Gratitude has a gentle yet powerful magic. It brightens the mind and opens the heart. Even if you are feeling low, finding one small thing to appreciate acts like a spark that can ignite a warmer glow inside you. Some people keep a daily gratitude journal, writing down 3 or 5 things they're thankful for each day. This simple habit is a way of regularly tuning your frequency upward, training your consciousness to look for the light even in dark times. Another uplifting practice is visualization and positive focus. Your imagination is a tool for shaping your vibration. You might remember how daydreaming about something pleasant can make you smile and feel good, even if nothing around you has changed. In a similar way, you can use your mind's eye to elevate your energy. For instance, imagine a scenario that brings you deep peace, perhaps walking through a green forest with sunlight filtering through the leaves, or sitting by the ocean as the waves roll in and out. Engage all your senses. Feel the soft ground beneath your feet or the sand between your toes. Smell the fresh air or salty breeze. Hear the birds or the rhythm of the tide. As you immerse yourself in this positive mental scene, your body begins to relax, and your emotions follow suit into a calmer, happier state. You can visualize not only tranquil scenes, but also positive outcomes and healing. If you have a goal, see yourself achieving it, filled with pride and joy. If you are feeling lonely, imagine being surrounded by caring friends. The mind doesn't always distinguish between real and vividly imagined. It responds to the imagery you provide. By envisioning uplifting experiences, you generate the feelings as if they are real, effectively raising your vibration in the present moment. Let's not forget the simple power of laughter and joy. Laughter is literally a vibration, a series of joyful contractions of the diaphragm that send ripples of energy through your body. Think of how you feel after a good, hearty laugh. There's a release, a lightness, a sense of having shaken off dust from your soul. Even the anticipation of laughter, like watching a beloved comedy or reminiscing about a funny memory, can elevate your mood. Don't underestimate playful activities, singing in the shower, dancing in your living room, playing with a child or a pet. These moments of unguarded joy reconnect you with your inner child, who naturally resides in a higher vibrational state of wonder and present moment happiness. Playfulness is a direct line to raising your energy. It drops anxiety and self-consciousness and lets your spirit breathe freely. Speaking of breathing, breath and movement are profound tools for shifting energy. When you engage in activities like yoga, tai chi, or even a simple morning stretch or brisk walk, you are helping energy circulate through your body. Movement dislodges stagnation, which is often a hallmark of low vibration, and creates flow, which corresponds to higher vibration. Consider how you feel after sitting hunched over for hours versus how you feel after stepping outside and taking a deep breath while reaching your arms to the sky. That simple change in posture and environment can instantly lift your spirits. Deep breathing oxygenates your blood and signals your nervous system to relax, moving you from stress, a low, jittery vibration, to relaxation, a smoother, higher vibration. You might try a practice right now. Inhale slowly for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, then exhale for a count of 6 or 8, emptying your lungs comfortably. As you exhale, imagine any stagnant or negative energy flowing out of you. With each new inhale, imagine drawing in bright, fresh energy. Do this for a few cycles and notice the shift. You may feel calmer, clearer, more centered. You have raised your vibration with your breath. Ancient yogis taught that such movement helps open and balance the body's chakras, the 7 spinning energy centers from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. When these chakras are in harmony, it's said that life force, prana, flows freely, and one's overall vibration naturally rises because no part of your energetic system is blocked or out of tune. Connecting with nature is another surefire way to elevate your energy. The natural world has its own high vibrational frequency that comes from being in constant alignment with the present moment and the cycles of life. Have you ever noticed how spending time in green spaces or by water leaves you feeling refreshed and renewed? The beauty of a mountain vista can inspire awe, a high vibration emotion, while the gentle rustle of leaves or the rhythm of crickets at night can lull your mind into peace. If you can, make it a practice to give yourself moments of nature, even if it's just tending to a houseplant, gazing at the moon, or standing barefoot on the grass for a minute. These acts reconnect you to the earth's grounding yet uplifting energy. Many people find that after a walk outside, their problems seem a bit smaller and their mind a bit clearer. That is the recalibrating effect of nature at work, realigning your personal frequency with the broader, steadier frequencies of the natural world. Many people find that a reliable way to lift their spirits is through creative expression and music. When you engage in creativity, be it painting, writing, crafting, or playing an instrument, you allow your soul to speak in colors, shapes, and sounds beyond everyday language. In those moments of creation, you enter a flow state where time seems to vanish. You become one with the activity. This state of flow is inherently high vibrational because you are aligning with the creative energy of life itself. Similarly, music is a direct pathway to higher vibrations. Think of how your favorite uplifting song can shift your mood within minutes. The melody, the rhythm, the harmonies, they are vibrations that interact with your own energy field. You might close your eyes and let a beautiful piece of music wash over you, and soon you find your heart beating a little more joyfully. Singing along or dancing to music amplifies the effect as you actively become part of the vibration. Some people use sound more intentionally, through chanting Om or listening to soothing frequencies to bring their mind and body into balance. However you choose to experience it, art and music are potent healers of energy. They bypass the analytical mind and speak straight to the heart, lifting you into a space where you feel inspired and alive. High vibrations also flourish when we connect with others in positive ways. Humans are social, energetic beings. We can lift one another up. Think of a heartfelt conversation with a good friend where you feel truly seen and heard. You often come away feeling lighter and energized. Acts of kindness, whether giving or receiving, create a beautiful exchange of energy. When you help someone or offer a genuine compliment, you're not only brightening their day, you're also raising your own vibration through the power of generosity and empathy. Even simply sharing a smile with a stranger or hugging a loved one can cause a surge of positive energy. It's like our heart fields resonate together for a moment, amplifying the good feelings. Surrounding yourself with people who emanate positivity, who encourage and inspire you, will naturally help your vibration stay lifted. And being that source of light for others multiplies the effect, creating a ripple of high energy through your community. Likewise, connecting with a higher presence or your spiritual faith can elevate your vibration in profound ways. Whether through prayer, meditation, or heartfelt conversation with the divine, reaching out to something greater than yourself often brings immediate comfort and upliftment. In those sacred moments, many people feel bathed in a sense of peace and love, as if an invisible, supporting energy is embracing them. To trust that you are guided and cared for by a benevolent force, whatever name you give it, is to tap into a wellspring of high-frequency grace and reassurance. Take a moment now to practice this. Bring to mind someone you care about, or even someone who has been difficult lately. In your heart, imagine sending them a warm beam of light and love. Silently wish them well, something like, "May you be happy, may you be peaceful." Notice the feeling that arises in you when you do this. Your heart might soften, and you may feel a gentle expansion in your chest. That is your vibration lifting through the act of offering love. This simple loving-kindness exercise not only benefits the other person energetically, it immediately elevates your own state. You can do this anytime, in traffic, in the shower, while waiting in line, and watch how it transforms your mood. Now, as you explore these various paths to a higher vibration, remember that it's a gradual journey. You don't need to force yourself from feeling low to instantly feeling ecstatic. In fact, that is often too big a leap to sustain. Instead, think of it as climbing a gentle staircase. Each step is a small shift upward. For example, if you've been in a place of sadness, the first step might be finding a moment of relief or hope. A thought like, "Maybe things can get better." That hope is a higher vibration than despair. From hope, you might climb to optimism, daring, to believe in positive outcomes. Next, you might reach trust or contentment, where you feel okay with where you are. From there, you can ascend to happiness, joy, and love as you continue to nurture positive feelings. Each step builds on the last, and there's no rush. By honoring where you are and gently reaching for a slightly better feeling, you make sustainable progress. In time, you'll find that what used to be a low day for you might now barely last an hour, or that joy and gratitude become more of your default state. Let's try a short inner exercise to feel this gentle ascent. Close your eyes if you like, and imagine within you a spiral staircase made of light. You stand at the bottom, holding something heavy, perhaps a feeling or thought that's been weighing on you. Now, see a figure of pure, loving light at the top of the stairs calling you upward. In their hands, They hold a gift. The gift is the very feeling you wish to reach. Peace, love, happiness. Choose one. You take a step up and feel a little lighter as you set down a bit of your burden. Maybe you release a single worry or remember one thing you're grateful for, and it's as if a weight drops off your shoulders. You step up again. With each upward step, the air feels brighter, your body feels more buoyant. Halfway up, you realize you're smiling softly. That heaviness you carried has mostly been left behind on the lower steps. Finally, you reach the top and meet that being of light. Perhaps it is your own higher self. They gently place the gift into your hands. Feel the energy of that gift permeate you. If it was peace, feel the deep calm. If love, feel your heart radiating. If joy, sense the bubbling laughter within. Take a moment to truly bask in that feeling. You have raised your vibration in a matter of moments through intention and imagination. As you open your eyes, if they were closed, carry that feeling with you. Know that this light, this higher vibration, is always accessible to you, even if it sometimes seems hidden. You hold the keys to your own energy, and with practice, you will grow more skilled at using them. Affirm to yourself, if you will, I have the power to raise my vibration. I choose thoughts, feelings, and actions that uplift my spirit. Feel the resolve and truth in that statement. You are not at the mercy of external events when it comes to your inner state. You are an active participant in creating the feeling of your life. Raising your vibration is not about ignoring the darkness or living in a pretend world of constant sunshine. It's about acknowledging the difficulties and choosing to respond to them from the highest place you can. It means when you face an obstacle, you bring your most hopeful, compassionate, and courageous self to meet it. It means when you fall down, you treat yourself with patience and encouragement as you get back up. Over time, these choices become habits, and these habits weave a new energetic baseline for you, one that is brighter and more resilient than before. As you embrace the art of raising your vibration, you'll likely notice changes flowing into your life. High vibration energy attracts positive experiences like a magnet. You may find coincidences bringing helpful people or opportunities your way. You might notice that situations which used to trigger stress don't affect you as strongly, or that you recover more quickly. Your sleep might deepen, your laughter might come easier, and a sense of meaningful connection might grow. Connection to yourself, to others, and to something greater. Now that we have journeyed through ways to lift your inner state to a higher frequency, you might wonder, what is really happening on a deeper level when we talk about vibration? Is there science behind this, or is it purely metaphor? In the next chapter, we will explore the fascinating bridge between what ancient wisdom has long taught and what modern science is beginning to understand about the energy of our thoughts, emotions, and bodies. By doing so, we'll see that raising your vibration is not only a subjective experience, but part of a larger energetic reality that can be observed and explained. The resonance of reality. For generations, spiritual teachers have spoken about energy and vibration, and now modern science is catching up with some remarkable insights. It turns out that the idea of a vibration underpinning existence is not just a metaphor. It has scientific parallels that are truly fascinating. At the most fundamental level, you are made of energy. The famous equation from physicist Albert Einstein E equals mc squared essentially tells us that matter and energy are two forms of the same thing. What looks solid, your body, your chair, the world around you, is, when viewed at a subatomic scale, mostly empty space filled with energetic fields. The particles that do exist there are not like tiny billiard balls, but more like blurry clouds of potential, vibrating with possibility. In quantum physics, some theories even describe these particles as tiny vibrating strings or ripples in fields. How amazing is it to consider that at the tiniest scale, you are vibration? Nikola Tesla once remarked, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." He was pointing to the same truth, that everything in existence is at its core vibrational, resonating at certain frequencies. Even on a visible scale, vibration reveals its influence. In the science of cymatics, for example, when sound frequencies are played through a metal plate covered with sand or water, the particles arrange themselves into beautiful symmetric patterns. Higher frequencies create intricate, complex shapes, whereas lower ones form simpler forms. Change the tone, and the pattern changes accordingly. It's a stunning visual proof that vibrations can directly shape matter and form. Such experiments remind us that unseen vibrations underlie the structure and order we see in the material world. We've already felt how emotions carry a vibrational quality, but science shows they also carry a measurable physical energy. When you have a thought, tiny electrical impulses race across the neurons in your brain. This electrical activity can be detected as brain waves, literally waves of energy that your brain cells emit as they communicate. When you're relaxed or meditating, for example, your brain waves slow down into what scientists call alpha and theta frequencies, around 8 to 12 cycles per second for alpha, and even slower for theta. In states of high alert or anxiety, the brain waves speed up into beta frequencies, 15 cycles per second or more, which can feel chaotic. If you've ever heard someone say they're on the same wavelength as another person, there's truth in that saying. People who are in rapport can actually show similar brainwave patterns when engaged in deep conversation or mutual activities. And when you personally shift from anxious thoughts to calm ones, you are quite literally changing the electromagnetic pattern of your brain activity. Your heart, too, plays a profound part in this vibrational story. The human heart emits the strongest electromagnetic field of any organ in the body, much more powerful than the brain's field. This heart field expands and contracts with your emotional state. Researchers have found that when you experience emotions like love, gratitude, or compassion, the rhythm of your heartbeat becomes very smooth and regular, a pattern known as heart coherence. In a state of coherence, the heart's electromagnetic waves form a harmonious pattern, and this has positive effects on the body. It can improve your immune response, reduce stress hormones, and even influence the brain to enter more peaceful wavelengths. Amazingly, the heart's energy field can be detected several feet away from the body with sensitive instruments, which means our emotional vibrations literally extend beyond us. Have you ever felt someone's presence before they spoke, sensing if they were upset or calm? It might have been your body's sensitivity to these subtle fields, picking up information energetically. This personal energetic radiation is essentially what many traditions refer to as the human aura. Studies have shown that when two people share a genuine connection, like a long hug or synchronized breathing, their heart rhythms can begin to mirror each other. In moments of true empathy or affection, it's as if two heart fields become entrained, at least for a time, pumping to a similar beat. This is why being in the presence of someone very calm and loving can steady your own heart and nerves. Our bodies are built to respond to the signals of others. In a way, we tune into each other, often below conscious awareness. Consider how these vibrations can ripple outwards. In physics, there's the famous example of an opera singer shattering a glass. The singer hits a note that matches the glass's natural resonant frequency, and the resulting vibration becomes so amplified that the glass breaks. Now, our thoughts and feelings are not shattering wine glasses, but the principle of resonance is at play in our lives constantly. When you maintain a strong vibration, say, a deep confidence or a focused intention, it tends to influence the environment in ways that can seem almost magical, but are actually a form of energetic resonance. For instance, if you consistently project calmness and kindness, over time you may notice that conflicts around you diminish. People naturally respond with more calmness in return. You set the tone, much like a tuning fork, causing other instruments to gently vibrate in harmony. Science is also exploring the interconnectedness of our vibrations on a larger scale. There have been intriguing studies where large groups of people meditating on peace appeared to coincide with temporary drops in local crime rates, as if a more coherent collective vibration influenced the whole community. While debates continue about interpreting such studies, they echo an ancient idea that the collective energy of many hearts and minds together can create a field effect, a resonance that affects everyone within it. In your own experience, you might notice how a workplace or home environment feels when people within it are stressed and antagonistic versus when they are supportive and positive. We don't need instruments to tell us there is a tangible vibe in each scenario. We feel it. Now, science gives us clues as to why our brains and hearts are constantly broadcasting into the space around us, and those signals mingle with others. Even the Earth itself has a measurable vibration. Deep in the atmosphere, there is something called the Schumann resonance, essentially the Earth's natural heartbeat, which beats at around 7.8 cycles per second. What's fascinating is that this frequency overlaps with the human brain's theta alpha border, a state associated with twilight sleep and meditative calm. It's as if the Earth is constantly humming a calming lullaby at the edge of human hearing. Perhaps this is one reason we feel so refreshed after connecting with nature. We quite literally tune in to Earth's soothing frequency. When you stand barefoot on the ground, your body absorbs the Earth's subtle electromagnetic energy, a practice sometimes called grounding. Some researchers suggest that this can stabilize our own rhythms, reducing inflammation and stress. Science is still unraveling all of this, but it aligns with what many of us intuitively feel, that being in harmony with nature brings our bodies and minds into balance. Another scientific insight is how positive emotions correlate with health. When you experience joy or love, your brain releases a cascade of beneficial neurochemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins, which enhance your well-being. Your body chemistry literally shifts into a state that promotes healing and growth. sometimes called the rest and digest mode of the nervous system. Conversely, states of fear or anger release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which, if sustained, can weaken your immune system and disturb various functions. Medical science recognizes that chronic stress, a prolonged low vibration state, contributes to many illnesses, whereas practices that induce relaxation and happiness, higher vibration states, are healing. This is why techniques like meditation, prayer, or even laughter therapy have measurable positive effects on health. The mind-body connection is a vibrational connection. Your thoughts and feelings directly influence your physical state. We can also talk about brain and heart working together. Scientists have discovered that the heart sends more signals to the brain than the brain sends to the heart, and those signals can influence brain activity related to emotional processing. In states of heart coherence, those smooth, loving heart rhythms, the brain waves often synchronize into more orderly patterns as well. It's as if the body's orchestra tunes up when love or gratitude leads the way. The heart takes the lead violin, and the other instruments, brain, hormones, organs, follow its tempo, even at the quantum level where particles can be. Mysteriously entangled across distances, we find hints that the universe is less separable than it appears. Some interpretations of quantum physics suggest that the observer, consciousness, has an effect on the outcome of experiments. In everyday terms, this might be loosely compared to how your intentions or expectations can subtly influence what you experience. While quantum mechanics is complex and not fully understood, it has opened the door to scientific conversations about the role of consciousness in shaping reality, something spiritual traditions have long claimed. As you learn to raise your vibration and align with positive energy, you are essentially harnessing principles that operate throughout nature. You are learning to work with the flow of energy rather than against it. Consider the phenomenon of entrainment. When two clocks are placed on the same wall, over time their pendulums will start to swing in unison. Similarly, when people live or work together, their biological rhythms, like heart rate or even menstrual cycles, can synchronize. This is life-seeking harmony. By elevating your own energy, you encourage the world around you to entrain, at least a little, to that higher frequency. It might be as simple as your calm presence helping others feel calmer, or your genuine smile brightening someone's day by causing their brain to release feel-good chemicals. It's truly inspiring to see science and spirituality dance together in this way. One provides the poetic, experiential understanding, and the other offers evidence and explanation. Neither detracts from the wonder of the other. Instead, they validate each other. When you feel a sensation of peace during meditation, now you know your brain, your heart, even your cells are reflecting that peace in measurable ways. When you send out loving intentions, science suggests that not only do you alter your own body chemistry, but you may also be energetically influencing your environment. The bridge between the seen and unseen is being mapped bit by bit. Let these scientific insights empower you. You are not imagining it. Your inner work truly does create change. Every deep breath, every moment of gratitude, every act of kindness resonates through your being and beyond, in ways you can measure and in ways you can simply feel. You are a radiant transmitter of frequency, and as you continue to consciously tune that frequency to love, to compassion, to creativity and joy, you align yourself with some of the most powerful forces in the universe. In the next part of our journey, we will explore how to integrate this understanding into the fabric of your daily life. It's one thing to know these truths while listening quietly in reflection. The real transformation blossoms when you carry this high vibrational awareness into your morning routine, your work, your relationships, into every moment. How can you live the vibration code day by day so that it becomes a natural part of who you are? We turn to that question next. Living in high vibration. Understanding these principles is one thing, but living them day to day is where the real transformation happens. The goal is to gently infuse the wisdom of vibration into the fabric of your everyday life until it becomes as natural as breathing. This doesn't mean you have to be joyful and serene every second. Life will always have a rhythm of ups and downs. Rather, it means you carry an awareness of your energy into each moment, and you make choices that help you return to harmony when you stray. Let's explore how you can integrate the vibration code into the simple routines and big moments of your life, so that gradually your default state becomes one of balanced, higher vibration, morning light and intention. Each new day is like a new canvas of energy waiting for your brush. How you spend the first few minutes after you wake sets the tone for the hours to come. Imagine this. You open your eyes in the morning, and before the rush of thoughts about the day begins, you take a quiet moment for yourself. Perhaps you sit up slowly and take a gentle, deep breath, filling your lungs with the cool morning air. Instead of immediately reaching for your phone or diving into external concerns, you first turn inward. You might place a hand on your heart or your belly and quietly set an intention. It could be as simple as, today, I choose to remain in a high, positive energy, or I will be patient and kind with myself and others today. Saying this intention, or thinking it clearly, isn't just a mental exercise. You're actually tuning your vibration. Words and thoughts carry power. By starting your day with a positive, conscious thought, you send a ripple of that frequency through your being. Some people like to begin the day with a short meditation or prayer, even if just for 5 minutes, to ground themselves in peace before the world's busyness arrives. Others might write down a quick gratitude list or an affirmation in a journal to solidify their positive mindset for the day. You might sit in silence or focus on your breath, or visualize a golden light filling you with confidence and calm for the day ahead. If you have more time, gentle stretches or yoga can wake up your body's energy and shake off any sluggishness. Even simply standing by a window, eyes closed, feeling the morning sunlight on your face while you breathe slowly, can elevate your mood. The key is to claim those first moments as sacred. When you start the morning tuned into a high vibration, gratitude for a new day, love for life, trust in yourself, you create a sort of energetic shield that makes it harder for stress or negativity to stick to you. As you move into your day's activities, carry that morning light with you. You might choose a word or phrase as your theme for the day, something you can come back to whenever you feel off-center. Words like peace, gratitude, or flow, said silently, can act like gentle tuning forks, bringing you back to your desired state. Some people wear a bracelet or keep a small token in their pocket that reminds them of their intention. Each time they see or feel it, It cues a return to the higher vibration they chose. Find what works for you, something that anchors your morning positivity so it can persist into the day. Mindfulness in action. No matter how well a day begins, life has its way of presenting challenges: a sudden traffic jam, an upsetting email, a disagreement with a coworker. These are the moments that truly test and strengthen your ability to live in a high vibration. The goal is not to never feel frustration or upset, but to handle those feelings consciously and let them pass without dominating your day. When something or someone triggers stress or anger in you, try to catch yourself in that very moment. Take a mental step back and observe. I notice I'm feeling tension, or I see anger rising in me. This small act of noticing creates a space between you and the emotion. In that space lies your freedom to choose. Once you've observed the low vibration trying to take hold, you can respond with a balancing action. Perhaps you take a slow, deep breath, or 2 or 3, to steady your nerves. As you inhale, think the word calm, and as you exhale, think release. This instructs your body to settle and your mind to let go of the spike of negativity. If the situation allows, you might step away for a moment. Maybe take a quick walk down the hallway or outside, or close your eyes at your desk and center yourself. Some people find that washing their hands or splashing a bit of cool water on their face during a break can symbolically and physically wash away the tension. After a few moments, recall your intention or your positive word of the day. Remember that you have control over what energy you choose to embody next. For example, let's say a colleague spoke sharply to you and you feel your mood darkening. You could react impulsively with irritation, but instead you decide to be mindful. You acknowledge to yourself, "That comment hurt, and I feel my chest tightening." Then you breathe and perhaps silently affirm, "I am calm and composed." You might even imagine that with each exhale, you are blowing out the negativity like a grey cloud, and with each inhale, you're drawing in a bright, clear light. After a few breaths, the tightness eases. When you return to the interaction, you are more grounded. You might even respond to your colleague with compassion. "Is everything okay? You seem upset," rather than with anger. By not absorbing their negativity and instead offering a stabilizing presence, you not only keep your own vibration higher, you might also help lift theirs. In this way, mindfulness in action becomes a tool for maintaining your energy and possibly transforming the energies around you. Even on a relatively calm day, you can benefit from brief resets. Perhaps around lunchtime or between tasks, pause for a minute. Take a few slow breaths and ask yourself, "How is my energy?" If you notice it's a bit low or scattered, you might step outside for a moment or stretch your arms to the sky and inhale deeply. Maybe recall one nice thing that's happened so far, or simply appreciate the break itself. Some people set a gentle reminder on their phone with a word like breathe or smile at midday, a little nudge to come back to center. Such small practices sprinkled through your afternoon prevent stress from accumulating and keep your vibration lifted through the second half of the day. High vibration environments. Consider the spaces where you spend your time, your home, your workspace, even your car. These environments subtly soak up and reflect energy. Have you ever entered a room that was cluttered, dim or stuffy and felt an immediate drop in your mood or energy? Contrast that with walking into a space that is clean, bright and filled with things that uplift you, like plants, pleasant colours, or meaningful decor, you likely feel more at ease and happy in the latter. Maintaining a high vibration lifestyle involves caring for your surroundings as an extension of your own energy field. Start with your home, even if it's just one room. Make it a habit to keep your living space clean and orderly, not to be perfect, but because it directly affects how you feel. Dust, dirt, and clutter can create a stagnant vibration. When you clear them away, you literally make room for fresh, positive energy to circulate. Open your windows when weather permits. Let natural light and fresh air flow through. These are nature's purifiers. Some people like to burn incense, sage, or use essential oils like lavender and citrus to lift the energy of a space. A softly scented air can have an immediate calming effect on the mind. You might play gentle background music or keep a small fountain with trickling water, as these sounds contribute to a serene atmosphere. Personalize your space with items that carry high vibes for you. Maybe it's family photos that remind you of love, or artwork that inspires you, or crystals and spiritual symbols that to you signify peace and protection. Every time you look at these, they remind your subconscious of higher truths and feelings. Pay attention to colour and light. Lighter, natural colours and plenty of light, sunlight or warm lamps, tend to feel more uplifting than very dark, closed spaces. At work, even if you have a small cubicle, you could keep one small object that makes you smile, perhaps a quote on a sticky note, or a small plant to remind you of life and growth amid stress. These might sound like small things, but each is a choice to surround yourself with vibrations that nourish rather than drain you. Conscious consumption. You are what you eat, says the old adage, and in terms of vibration there's truth to it, not only for food but for everything you take in. High vibration living means being mindful of what you consume with your body, mind, and senses. Start with food and drink. Try as much as possible to choose foods that are natural, minimally processed, and lovingly prepared. Fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, pure water. These carry the vibrant energy of earth, sun, and water. They haven't been heavily altered or filled with artificial chemicals. Many people notice they feel lighter and more energetic when they eat such foods, as opposed to when they consume a lot of heavily processed, sugar-laden, or fast food meals, which can leave one feeling sluggish or jittery. Blessing your food before eating, a simple thank you or moment of appreciation for the meal, can also elevate its vibration in your mind. You transition from grabbing calories to receiving nourishment, which changes how your body digests and utilizes that food. These natural foods carry a high life force vibration from the sun, earth, and water that nourish them. In contrast, a meal of processed fast food might briefly satisfy hunger, but often leaves you feeling heavy or lethargic, which reflects its lower vibrational nourishment. Beyond edible food. Consider the mental and emotional food you consume, the media you watch, the music you listen to, the books and social media feeds you read, the conversations you engage in. These all influence your vibration. Notice how you feel after watching the nightly news full of anger and fear, versus after watching a heartwarming documentary or an inspiring talk. Notice if scrolling through certain social media accounts leaves you feeling inadequate or irritated. Those are inputs that might be lowering your frequency. This doesn't mean you must avoid all news or never watch a thriller movie. It means be conscious and selective. Balance the heavier or necessary low vibration content with plenty of positive input. For every stressful news segment you watch, perhaps you can also watch something uplifting or spend time in silence to process. Curate your entertainment and information diet as carefully as you would your nutritional diet. Fill your mental world with stories of hope, music that makes you happy, and information that empowers you. For example, 1 hour of consuming upsetting news or gossip on a screen can leave you anxious and drained, whereas an hour spent reading an uplifting book or listening to soothing music can make you calm and inspired. Be mindful of this contrast. Remember, whatever you give your attention to, you are inviting into your energy field. Relationships and boundaries. The people in our lives have a significant impact on our vibration, and likewise, our energy affects them. Seek out and nurture relationships that feel mutually uplifting. You know the friends who leave you feeling inspired, heard and loved after you talk with them. Those are high vibration connections. Treasure them. Make time for those who brighten your spirit. On the flip side, be mindful of relationships that consistently drag you down. We all have bad days, and part of love is supporting each other through lows. But if someone in your life is chronically negative, abusive, or draining, it may be necessary to set healthy boundaries to protect your energy. This could mean limiting time spent or gently steering conversations toward more positive topics. In some cases, it might mean creating distance or ending relationships that are truly toxic. It's not about judgment or anger toward them. It's about compassion for yourself and recognizing when your vibration is being consistently sapped. However, life often includes interactions we can't avoid. A difficult coworker, a family member in a rough spot, encountering strangers who are rude. Here you can practice being a source of light without letting their shadow dim you. One helpful visualization is to imagine a cocoon of light around you, perhaps a bubble or shield of white or golden light that allows love to flow out and in, but filters out negativity. Before entering a challenging environment, you might quietly envision this protective aura enveloping you. Affirm to yourself, I am surrounded by light. Only positivity touches me. Negativity passes right through. With this mindset, you are less likely to absorb someone else's anger or fear. Instead, you become an observer and a beacon. You might find that your calmness even influences them, as calm is contagious just like stress is. Another practice with people is conscious listening and speaking. When someone is upset and vents to you, listen deeply, but imagine that their words are like a strong wind blowing past you. You can feel the intensity without resisting it, and it doesn't have to knock you over. Respond, if you can, with empathy. Often a phrase like, I understand this is hard, or I'm sorry you're going through this, can be more healing than getting agitated alongside them. You are offering a stable vibration for them to lean on. If someone directs negativity at you, criticism or anger, remember you have a choice in how to internalize it. You might take a slow breath and respond with something like, let's find a solution, rather than fueling the conflict. By not engaging at the same negative frequency, you effectively stop the spread of that negativity. It may not always be easy. It's a practice, and sometimes you'll walk away feeling shaken. But even then, you can cleanse your energy afterward. through breath, a quick walk, venting to a trusted friend, etc., and regain your higher ground. Often, your consistent positive energy can influence others in subtle ways. Perhaps that perpetually grumpy coworker begins to relax a little more in your presence, sensing that you won't engage in negativity. They might not even know why, but they feel a bit better when they're around you. Over time, a gentle word or simply your calm example might encourage them to see things a bit differently. While you cannot change someone who isn't willing, you can certainly invite them into a calmer space by offering compassion and stability. And even if they remain heavy, you'll notice that by maintaining your boundaries and inner peace, their storm passes without drenching you. Infusing tasks with intention. A beautiful way to maintain a high vibration is to make even ordinary tasks into mini rituals of positive energy. For example, when cooking a meal, do it with love. Stir love into the soup. Imagine the food nourishing you and anyone who will eat it with vitality and joy. Many cultures have traditions of blessing food, which essentially means to intentionally give the food a good vibration. You can do this in your own style, or consider cleaning your home. Rather than seeing it as a chore, try viewing it as clearing away old stagnant energy and making room for new. Put on some music you enjoy, be present with the process, and you might find it almost meditative. When you work on a project or craft something, infuse it with your best intentions. If you're writing an email or report, you might take a second to wish that whoever reads it has a good day or receives benefit from your words. These little secret blessings you weave into your actions add an extra high-frequency charge to everything you do. Life becomes a series of sacred acts, not because of what they are, but how you approach them. Daily recap and renewal. As your day winds down, the evening offers another precious opportunity to recalibrate your energy. Before bed, consider doing a brief reflection on your day with a focus on the positive. You might mentally list a few things that went well or that you're grateful for. I'm grateful I had a delicious lunch. I'm grateful for the laugh I shared with my friend. I handled that meeting better than I expected. By shining a light on these good moments, no matter how small, you reinforce the vibration of gratitude and sufficiency. If there were very challenging parts of the day, acknowledge them too, but with a twist. Frame them as learning, or simply let them go. You could say, that conversation was hard, but I did my best and I can learn from it. Or even, I release the stress of today. I'm going to rest and renew. Some people find it helpful to write these thoughts in a journal, literally transferring the weight of the day onto paper so they can sleep lighter. As you prepare for sleep, create a soothing routine that tells your mind and body it's safe to relax now. This might include dimming the lights, playing soft music or nature sounds, or doing some slow breathing. When you lie down, you might do a quick visualization. See yourself surrounded by a gentle, loving glow, perhaps the same light you started your morning with. Imagine that this glow is washing over you from head to toe, healing any aches, quieting any lingering anxieties, like calm waves flowing over sand and smoothing it. Before that, consciously release any tension in your body. Drop your shoulders, soften your face, let your limbs grow heavy and loose. You are preparing your vessel for deep rest. If you like affirmations, you could repeat a few as you drift off, such as, I am at peace. My body and mind are regenerating with pure, positive energy. Or, I welcome healing and inspiration in my sleep. In this way, you program your subconscious with high vibrations before it goes into the deep receptive state of sleep. Day by day, as you practice these little habits and mindful choices, you'll likely notice a shift. Perhaps you become more resilient. Things that used to upset you greatly now only ruffle you a little before you find your center again. You might start to feel more synchronized with life, noticing small serendipities, or just feeling in the flow more often. Others may comment on a certain glow about you, or how calm and happy you seem. These are signs that the high vibrations you are cultivating inside are radiating outward. Remember that this is a journey, and it's perfectly okay to have off days. What matters is the pattern over time that gradually trends upward. When you stumble, treat it as normal. Even musicians hit wrong notes while practicing. Simply tune your instrument again and continue. Living in high vibration doesn't mean life is devoid of problems. It means that you bring a certain light to those problems that wasn't there before. You become a source of solutions, or at least a source of stability, rather than adding to the chaos. Your very presence becomes a calming influence, not because you're forcing anything, but because you've tended your inner garden so well that it naturally offers a refuge to others. Day and night, through ups and downs, you are living the vibration code, and as you do so, you become an example, quietly inspiring others to tune their own lives to a kinder, higher frequency. Now, having explored how to weave this practice into everyday living, let's take a step further. In the next chapter, we will see how your vibrational state can shape the reality you experience, and how you can co-create your life in partnership with the universe's energy. Then, we will conclude our journey by gently tying together all that you have learned. Co-creating with the universe. By now, you've come to appreciate that your inner vibration influences not only how you feel in the moment, but also the kinds of experiences and opportunities you attract into your life. This is the heart of what many call the law of attraction, or the law of vibration, the principle that energies of a similar frequency find each other in this vast universe. In simple terms, like attracts like. When you consistently radiate a frequency of gratitude and abundance, life tends to offer you more reasons to be grateful and abundant. When you live in a vibration of love and generosity, you often find yourself surrounded by more love and support. This isn't about magic or wishful thinking. It's about the subtle ways that your mindset, expectations, and actions align to bring about certain outcomes. Think of your vibration as a signal you broadcast to the world. Others, and the universe at large, respond to that signal, often in ways you may not immediately notice. For instance, if you carry a positive outlook, you might smile more and be kinder, which leads others to treat you more kindly in return, and to consider you for positive opportunities. Or if you truly believe in your own success, you'll naturally take steps and notice openings that someone with a pessimistic view might miss. The universe's response to your vibration can be both energetic and practical. Let's explore an example. Imagine two individuals, Anna and Bella, with similar skills and circumstances, both seeking a new job. Anna, feeling fearful and defeated after previous rejections, approaches her search with a low vibration. She dreads filling out applications and goes to interviews with anxiety and a chip on her shoulder, unconsciously expecting another disappointment. Bella, on the other hand, has decided to shift her mindset. Even though she too faced rejections, she takes a different approach. Each morning she visualizes herself working joyfully at her ideal job. She affirms, "The right opportunity is on its way to me," and she maintains an optimistic attitude. She walks into interviews with confidence and an open mind, seeing them as chances to connect rather than be judged. Over time, Bella not only feels better during the process, but she also stands out to employers as enthusiastic and positive. It's not surprising that Bella lands a fulfilling job before Anna. One could simply say, Bella had a better attitude, but on a vibrational level, she was aligning with a reality where success was possible and inviting it in. Anna's fear and expectation of rejection, unfortunately, kept her aligned with more of the same. This example illustrates that co-creating your reality isn't about instant miracles. It's about the gradual alignment of your inner state with the outer outcomes you seek. It's you working hand in hand with the universe. Your part is to get clear on what you desire, raise your energy to match the feeling of having it, and then stay open and attentive to nudges and opportunities. The universe's part is to handle the details of how and when it comes together, often in ways you couldn't have predicted. Clarify and elevate. The first step is always clarity. What is it that you truly want to attract or create in your life? It could be a loving relationship, financial prosperity, a healthy body, a creative project, or inner peace. Now, once you have that in mind, consider what emotions and energies are associated with having that desire fulfilled. For example, a loving relationship might bring feelings of affection, security, and joy. Financial prosperity might bring feelings of freedom, relief, and generosity. A healthy body might bring vitality, confidence, and comfort. Inner peace brings calm, safety, and contentment. These feelings are the target vibrations you want to cultivate within yourself. Now, you practice elevating your state to those vibrations before the physical evidence arrives. This is key. Rather than saying, "I'll be happy once I have X," you choose to be happy now, paving the way for X to naturally come. You become a vibrational match for your goal. One powerful way to do this is through visualization combined with emotion, as we practiced earlier in parts of this journey. Let's do a focused exercise for your personal desire. Bring to mind one important thing you wish to manifest. It can be anything close to your heart. Now, imagine in detail that this desire has come true. If it's a new home you seek, picture yourself waking up in a beautiful space that is yours, sunlight pouring in. If it's love, imagine a peaceful morning with a loving partner by your side, or sharing laughter during a meal. If it's success in your career, envision yourself joyfully celebrating a milestone, feeling recognized and accomplished. The key is not just to see it, but to feel it. What emotions are present? Are you excited, relaxed, grateful, proud? Let those feelings well up in you as if it's happening right now. Dwell in that mental scene, perhaps noticing small details, the sound of your partner's voice saying, "I love you," or the scent of new furniture in your home, or the touch of a congratulatory handshake in your career moment. The more vivid and real you make it, the more your vibration aligns with that reality. As you immerse in this experience, Also notice a sense of gratitude arising, as if you are saying a sincere thank you to the universe for granting this wish. Gratitude is a powerful amplifier. It's like telling the universe, yes, this is what I love. More of this, please. Your brain and heart in this moment don't know the difference between imagination and physical reality. They are generating the vibrational state of that fulfilled desire right now. You are, in essence, previewing and pre-feeling your future. When you come out of the visualization, take your time, there's no rush. You might feel a lingering warmth or excitement. You might also feel a twinge of, oh, but it's not here yet. If the latter happens, gently release that thought. Trust that what you felt is a promise of what's to come if you continue to align with it. Consider doing this kind of visualization daily or as often as it brings you joy, not from a place of neediness, but from a place of playful creation and expectation. Inspired action and trust. Co-creating isn't a passive affair. It's a dance between your efforts and the universe's response. Once you've set your intention and raised your vibration to match it, you will start to get impulses or opportunities to act. Pay attention to your intuition, those subtle gut feelings or ideas that nudge you in certain directions. Maybe you'll feel the urge to visit a certain cafe, and there you happen to meet someone important to your journey. Or you might suddenly be inspired to take a course or apply for a job that ends up being the perfect fit. These are what we call inspired actions. They feel right and often come with a sense of flow or curiosity, rather than sheer logic or pressure. By staying in a positive vibration, you'll find that taking action feels easier, almost exciting. And because your energy is high, the actions you take tend to be more effective. It's as if the universe adds wind to the sails of your efforts when they are aligned with your true good. Equally important is the element of trust and letting go. After you've done your visualizing and taken the steps you can, there comes a point where you surrender the outcome. This doesn't mean giving up your desire. It means releasing the anxiety or tight hold on how exactly it must happen or when it must happen. Trust that the universe has received your intention loud and clear and is working on it. Often things manifest in unexpected ways or on a different timeline than we imagined, but they often turn out just right. Perhaps you wanted a particular job but didn't get it, only to find a much better opportunity came a month later. Trusting the process keeps your vibration high, whereas constant worry or doubt can start to lower it, undermining your manifestation. One powerful way to affirm your trust in the universe is through giving. This might seem counterintuitive. Why give away what you yourself want more of? But when done with the right intention, giving can be a bold, vibrational statement of abundance. If you seek more wealth, for instance, you might donate a small amount of money to a cause you care about, or buy a meal for someone in need. In doing so, you are saying to yourself and the universe, I have enough to share. I trust that life will continue to provide for me. If you seek more love, you might volunteer your time or simply practice random acts of kindness, thereby radiating love outward. These acts not only make you feel good, instantly raising your vibration, they also create a vacuum that the universe will fill, often returning generosity to you in surprising ways. Giving aligns your inner frequency with plenty rather than lack, with compassion rather than isolation. It's a living demonstration of faith that as you pour out from your cup, it will be refilled, often overflowing. Perhaps you have a fear that by letting go, you might lose your dream, but actually, letting go of worry is not the same as letting go of desire. It's keeping your desire while releasing the fear that it won't happen. Think of planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to see if it's sprouting, because that would disturb its growth. Instead, you water it, give it sunshine, and trust nature to do its job. Similarly, set your intention, then water it with positive attention and actions, but don't keep prying up the floorboards of the universe to check if it's coming. Trust that it's on its way. Let me share a brief parable to illustrate this dance of trust. Two farmers lived in a land suffering a long drought. Each day, both prayed for rain to save their crops. One farmer, weary with doubt, said, "I'll believe it when I see it," and left his fields dry and untilled. The other farmer, filled with hope, went out every morning to plough his fields and plant seeds despite the dust, saying, "I will be ready when the rain comes." Weeks passed. Finally, the heavens opened and rain poured down. The prepared farmer's fields soaked up the water, and soon green sprouts flourished. The unprepared farmer's land, however, yielded little, for it had become hardened and overrun with weeds. In this simple story, the hopeful farmer wasn't making it rain. That was beyond his control. But his faith and proactive preparation made him ready to receive the blessing when it arrived. In the same way, holding a positive vibration while patiently preparing for what you desire creates the conditions for the universe's gifts to take root in your life. Overcoming blocks. Sometimes we have unconscious beliefs that can block our manifestations. These might be thoughts like, "I don't really deserve this," "It's too good to be true," or "This will never happen for me." These are low vibration scripts that can muddle the signal you send out. It's worthwhile to gently examine and release these doubts. If you catch such a thought, you can challenge it. Why wouldn't you deserve love or success? Everyone does. Others have achieved it, so why not you? Convert the doubt into a positive affirmation. I am worthy of the best life has to offer. Good things flow to me easily. Even if you don't fully believe these yet, by repeating them and acting as if they're true, gradually your subconscious will accept them and your vibration will rise to match that truth. For example, you might deeply desire financial abundance, but if somewhere inside you there's a voice saying, "Money is the root of all evil," or "I won't be spiritually pure if I'm wealthy," that belief will interfere with your efforts. Part of you will resist opportunities to prosper, or you'll find ways to lose what you gain, because subconsciously you're not fully comfortable with wealth. To overcome this, you'd first acknowledge the belief without judgment, then work to reframe it. Perhaps affirm, "Money is a tool that can be used for great good," and "I can remain humble, generous, and true to myself, no matter how much money I have." As you replace the old belief with a new, empowering one, you'll feel an emotional relief, a lift in your vibration that allows more abundance to flow. The same goes for love. If you secretly think, "I'm not lovable," or "people always leave," that belief will undercut the wonderful relationships trying to come into your life. Recognizing and healing these inner contradictions frees you to fully align with what you want. Remember that the universe responds to your dominant vibration. It doesn't demand perfection. You don't have to never feel doubt or never have a bad day. You just need to tip the scales more toward belief than disbelief, more toward optimism than pessimism. If you slip up and indulge in negativity, don't panic that you've ruined everything. You haven't. Simply recognize it and step back into alignment when you can. The process is forgiving. What matters is the trend of your energy over time. Embrace synchronicity and guidance. As you walk this path of co-creation, pay attention to the synchronicities that begin to pepper your life. We mentioned some earlier, thinking of someone just as they reach out, or serendipitously encountering information you need. These meaningful coincidences are like feedback from the universe, little winks to let you know you're on the right track. Some people experience numerical synchronicities, like seeing 1111 or other repeating numbers frequently when they're in high vibe. Or they might find symbolic signs, like a particular animal appearing, or a song that plays at just the right moment. While it's important not to overanalyze, it can be comforting and inspiring to acknowledge these as part of the dialogue between you and the universe. Also, ask for guidance when you need it. Just as you met your higher self in visualization, you can inwardly ask that wiser part of you, or whichever concept of the divine you prefer, for signs or clarity. For example, you could say in your mind, "If I'm meant to move to this new city, please give me a clear sign." Then remain open. The sign could come in any form: a conversation you overhear, an article that pops up, or a strong gut feeling that emerges. When you operate at a higher vibration, your intuition becomes sharper, and guidance often comes more swiftly because you're tuned in. Living your creation. As your desires start to manifest, remember to continue the cycle of gratitude and high vibration. Sometimes humans have a tendency to achieve something and then quickly move on to wanting the next thing. While there's nothing wrong with healthy ambition, take time to fully appreciate when something you've envisioned becomes real. Celebrate it. By truly savoring and thanking the universe and yourself for the achievement or gift, you cement that frequency and invite even more goodness. Also, notice how your manifestation might positively affect others. Perhaps attracting that wonderful partner also means you two become a source of joy for your community. Or getting that dream job allows you to contribute your talents to help others. When our desires are in alignment with our higher good, fulfilling them often benefits the broader web of life in some way. This creates a beautiful virtuous cycle. Your high vibration creates positive outcomes, and those outcomes in turn enable you to generate even more positive energy for yourself and those around you. In co-creating with the universe, humility and wonder are your companions. It's not solely you making things happen, nor are you sitting back waiting for the universe to drop things in your lap. It's a partnership. You till and plant the garden, and the universe provides sun and rain. You don't tug on the sprouts to force them to grow faster. You trust they'll bloom in their time, while you continue to water and weed. Approach this creative power with a light and joyful heart. After all, life can become a delightful play when you see it as a canvas where your dreams and the universe's wisdom meet. As we move into the conclusion of our journey, reflect for a moment on something you've already manifested in your life, perhaps without realizing it. Maybe a friendship, a skill, or an opportunity that started as a simple wish or idea. Acknowledge how your energy played a role in bringing it forth. This will strengthen your confidence in your ability to co-create intentionally. Now, we will gently transition to our final chapter, where we will consolidate all this wisdom. You've opened yourself up to new possibilities and ways of being. In the closing moments, we'll ensure that this knowledge truly becomes a part of you moving forward, and we'll end our time together in a space of peace and empowerment. The vibration code unveiled. We have traveled a long and gentle road together through the realms of energy and frequency. Take a moment to acknowledge how far you've come on this journey. From the initial whispers of the universe in the quiet of night, through the valleys of low vibrations and up the mountain paths of higher frequencies, you have explored the landscape of your inner and outer worlds. You've peered into the science that affirms the mystery, and you've learned practical ways to dance with these energies each day. Now here you stand, at the threshold of a new understanding, holding within you the essence of the vibration code. What is this vibration code? In truth, it is not a rigid formula or a secret password, but a living wisdom that now lives in your heart. It's the realization that you are an integral part of the symphony of life, and that by tuning yourself, you can change the music that plays through and around you. It's a set of guiding principles that you carry in your soul, consciously or unconsciously, from this day forward. Let's take a moment to articulate these principles clearly, so they imprint themselves deeply in your being. You are energy. At your core, you are not just flesh and bone or the roles you play. You are a vibrant field of energy, connected to all that exists. This means you are never truly alone, and you always have the power to shift your state. Your vibration is your responsibility. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can choose how to respond. Moment by moment, you can cultivate thoughts, feelings, and actions that raise your frequency. In doing so, you become the author of your experience, rather than a victim of circumstances. Love is the highest frequency. Whenever you feel lost, return to love. Love for yourself, love for others, love for simply being alive. Compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness are all forms of love, and they are your most reliable tools to transform any low vibration back into light. When in doubt, choose love. What you focus on grows. Your attention is like a beam of energy. If you dwell on fear or lack, that becomes your reality. If you focus on joy, abundance, and solutions, they expand in your life. By directing your attention wisely, you tune your future to a higher note. You influence the whole. Every improvement you make in your inner state sends ripples into the world. Your calm can soothe another's anxiety. Your genuine smile can uplift a stranger. By healing and elevating yourself, you quietly heal and elevate a part of the collective. We are all connected in this resonance of reality. Trust the universal rhythm. Just as the ocean has tides, life has cycles. There will be times of intense energy and times of rest. Trust that even the challenges carry lessons that ultimately serve your growth. When you align with the flow of life, rather than resisting it, you remain in harmony even amid change. Take a deep breath and let these truths settle in. They are not commandments from outside. They are acknowledgements of what you already knew deep down, brought back into the light of memory. This is the vibration code, a living, breathing awareness of energy, a compassionate way of being, and a purposeful way of directing your life force. Now, To truly embody this code, I invite you to a final, gentle visualization, a kind of inner ceremony to seal in what you've learned, a meeting with your higher self. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and in your mind's eye see yourself standing on a tranquil beach at sunset. The sky is painted with hues of gold, pink and purple. The air is warm and quiet, and the last soft rays of sun caress your face. The golden sunlight dances upon the water, and each gentle wave reflects a shimmer of the twilight colours. Not far off, a few birds glide quietly across the sky, heading home. The ocean before you is calm, whispering its perennial song of ebb and flow. Each wave that laps at the shore seems to echo the heartbeat of the earth. As you stand there, feel that you are completely safe and at peace. The sand is soft beneath your feet, grounding you, connecting you to the earth's steady energy. A gentle breeze brushes by, as if greeting you with the universe's love. You realize you are not alone. Coming toward you along the water's edge is a figure radiating a soft, welcoming light. This figure may appear however you wish. It might be a wise teacher from your imagination, an angelic presence, or simply a more radiant version of you. This is your higher self, or inner guide, the part of you that is always connected to the highest vibration, the part of you that has always known the vibration code. The figure approaches and stands beside you, gazing at the horizon with you. You feel an overwhelming sense of love and acceptance flowing from them. They turn to you and smile, eyes twinkling with ancient knowing. In this magical twilight moment, time seems to slow. You feel that they understand everything you've gone through, every struggle, every triumph, every question in your heart, and they are here to celebrate how far you've come. In their hand, they hold a small object and now offer it to you. You glance down and see that it's a delicate tuning fork made of a shimmering metal that glints in the sunset. You gently take it from their hand. This is a gift for you, your higher self says in a voice that is somehow familiar and soothing. A symbol of what you have remembered. You hold the tuning fork and sense the significance. With a tuning fork, one can set the tone for an instrument. This gift symbolizes that you now have the ability to set the tone for your own life. You strike the fork lightly against your palm, and it begins to vibrate, emitting a pure, clear tone that resonates in your ears and throughout your body. The sound is enchanting. It's as if you can hear a chorus of all the positive vibrations we've spoken of, the hum of the universe, the sound of Om, the laughter of loved ones, the soft ring of a meditation bell, all harmonizing into one perfect note. It vibrates not just through the air, but through your very bones, like a loving voice singing directly into your soul. As the sound fades into the evening air, your higher self speaks again, gently and with great kindness. You are ready. You have everything you need to live in harmony. Remember that you carry the light of awareness now. Whenever you feel in shadow, you can tune yourself back to this light. Trust yourself. Live from your heart. The universe is listening and responding to your song. You find yourself nodding, perhaps with tears of gratitude in your eyes, because you know these words are true. You feel proud of yourself in the most humble way. Proud for having taken this journey, for seeking and being open, for the courage to grow. In this moment, promise yourself that you will do your best to honor this wisdom, not with perfection, but with sincerity and compassion for yourself. Your higher self extends their arms and gives you an embrace. It feels like wrapping yourself in pure love. You hug them back, knowing that in truth, this comforting presence is always a part of you. The sun has nearly set now, a last sliver of gold touching the waves. When you step back from the embrace, the figure before you begins to shine even more brightly, becoming almost translucent with light. They place a hand over your heart. "I am with you always," they say softly. "Just listen within, and you will hear the guidance." You close your eyes in the vision and feel a warm glow in your heart where their hand rests. When you open your eyes again, the figure is gone, but the glow remains. The tuning fork is still in your hand, but now you hold it to your heart, letting its residual warmth sink in. Above you, the first star of evening appears, twinkling as night gently falls. You feel calm, empowered, and filled with a quiet joy. With a final look at the peaceful ocean and a deep breath of the salty, healing air, you let the scene fade, carrying with you the gift and the message. As you return your awareness to the present moment, realize that this wasn't just a daydream. It was a real communication with yourself, using the language of symbols and imagination. The tuning fork, the wise figure, the beach, they are all a part of your inner reality now, tools and reminders you can revisit any time. You have encoded the vibration code into your consciousness. Now, take another slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, feel yourself fully back in your physical body, right here and now, perhaps lying in your bed or sitting comfortably as you listen to these words. Notice how your body feels. Perhaps there's a lightness or a tingling, perhaps a sense of profound peace. You might even feel the corners of your mouth lifted in a soft smile. You have done something wonderful for yourself by taking this journey. In the days and weeks ahead, life will continue with its various routines and surprises. But something in you has shifted. You carry an inner compass attuned to true north, an inner tuning fork set to the note of love and authenticity. Trust this. Continue to nurture it with the practices and perspectives we explored. Be patient with yourself. Growth is a gradual unfolding. Even flowers take time to bloom, and they don't bloom all year long, yet they remain what they are through all seasons. So even on days when you don't feel particularly high vibe, know that the seed of awareness is still within you, quietly intact, ready to sprout again with a bit of sunlight and water. As you prepare to return to your daily life, take one more moment to appreciate yourself. You have invested in your well-being, in understanding the deeper nature of reality, and in learning how to harmonize with it. This is a great act of self-love and also service to the world, because a more awakened, joyful you contributes to a more awakened, joyful planet. Take a moment to imagine the ripple effect if many people embraced this way of being. Communities would become more compassionate and understanding. Families would heal old wounds as individuals bring higher awareness and empathy. Even nations, influenced by the collective vibration of their people, could find calmer resolution to conflicts. The world, which often feels chaotic, would gradually become more coherent and heart-centered. It starts with each person, with you, tending to your own energy. As you do so, you contribute to a critical mass of positive vibration that can uplift humanity as a whole. In this vision, your personal growth is a gift, not just to yourself, but to everyone you meet, and even to those you may never know. Such is the power of our interconnected vibrations. There is an old story about a small village that had been troubled by years of quarrels and gloom. One day a traveller arrived, humming a gentle tune and smiling warmly at everyone he met. He settled in the village and treated each person with kindness and respect, regardless of how they treated him. At first, the villagers were suspicious of his positivity. A few even tried to discourage him with pessimistic talk, but the traveller's smile never faded. He greeted the grumpy shopkeeper each morning with sincere gratitude, helped the overworked mothers carry water from the well, and played uplifting music in the town square in the evenings. Gradually, the atmosphere of the village began to shift. The shopkeeper, moved by the traveller's consistent kindness, started greeting customers with a bit more warmth. Neighbours who hadn't spoken in years found themselves humming the traveller's tune and exchanging friendly nods. Children followed the traveller around, learning his songs and laughter. Over time, arguments gave way to conversations. The well water seemed to taste sweeter. The days felt a little brighter. When asked about his secret, the traveller simply said, "I try to see the good in everyone and every moment, and I share whatever light I find." His high vibration had silently taught by example, tuning the whole village to a kinder frequency. In the end, the villagers realized that the real change had come from within their own hearts, unlocked by the influence of one person living sincerely in a state of love and joy. This tale echoes a powerful truth. By uplifting your own spirit, you can uplift many others, even without saying a word about it. Before we close, let's seal this experience with a few final affirmations. You can repeat these in your mind or aloud, or just let them wash over you. I am in tune with the energy of the universe. My heart vibrates with love, peace, and gratitude. I trust my inner wisdom to guide my vibration each day. I am whole, I am light, and I am part of the greater harmony of life. I am a beacon of positive energy and compassion. Abundance flows to me as I align with my highest good. Every cell of my body radiates health and vitality. I attract love and kindness, and I share them freely. I am safe, and all is well in my world. I love and accept myself completely. I release all negativity and embrace joy. My mind is calm and clear. I am in tune with my inner guidance. I attract positive and supportive opportunities. I trust the process of life. Every day I choose thoughts that uplift me. I am aligned with my highest purpose. Love, peace, and prosperity are my birthright. Healing energy flows through me in every moment. I radiate joy, and it returns to me multiplied. Feel the resonance of these statements within you. They are simply acknowledgements of what is already true. Now, it is time to gently return to silence and let all of this settle. If you are listening at night, you may allow yourself to drift into a deep and restorative sleep, carrying this calm energy into your dreams. If you are finishing this journey in the daytime, take this peaceful momentum forward into whatever comes next. In the silent background of existence, the universal hum continues, and now you know you are an intimate part of it, co-creating the music of your life. As you go forth, may you vibrate at the frequency of love. May you shine your light and sing your unique song, adding more beauty to the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey. The vibration code is now within you. Stay blessed, stay vibrating high. And remember, you have become what you sought. You are the light you were looking for.